Syifa?
Assalamualaikum.
Wabarakatuh.
I'm John from Oregon.
Ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa yassir min lisani yafqahu qawli. So Alhamdulillah, now we are on Surah number 28, according to the Revelation. Yeah, Surah 10. Anybody remember what Surah last week? Anybody? Last week, what Surah last week?
What time you start?
Anyone?
5:15.
What Surah last week we discussed? Surah Al-Buruj, yeah? Al-Buruj. Inshallah, today Surah 10 is very interesting Surah. Yeah, that we read the ayah. Sorry. Oh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين. Can I read one more? بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين. Yeah. So Surah 10 was revealed in Makkah. Allah started by swearing. Wat-tini wa-zaytun, by the fig and the olive. Yeah, Shan?
This surah takes its name after the first ayah, Wat-tini wa-zaytun, by the fig and the olive. The word fig only appears in this surah and nowhere else in the Quran.
Yeah. Remember that when Allah swear with something, right? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to talk about something very important. Allah invite you to pay attention what He going to say after He swear, right? And also, only Allah can swear with everything and anything. But we is forbidden. We only allowed to swear with Allah's name, Wallahi. We cannot swear by my father, by my mother, by the mountain, is haram, forbidden. Only so, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He can swear as He wish, right? But remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not swear with something that not too much value, or there is no connection, right? So, for example, I never hear Allah said, "Wa banana wa manga," right? Why swear with a teen and zaytun? They have many meaning, right? So, number one, he said, what teen? Teen is fig. Yeah. It could be, is talk about real fig, because fig, that the fruit have benefit a lot, right? And also with the olive, we'll talk inshallah about that. But some of us Syrian, this fruit is a symbol of certain place. Our symbol have connection with the Prophet. He said what tin is referred to Prophet Nuh alayhi salam. You know, when Nuh was landed, he was landed in the place with lot of tin on the time, lot of fig, right? Zaytun mostly referred to Jerusalem or around it, like Sham, like Jordan now, Syria. That's a Zaytun, right? Yeah. And so therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to connect us with the revelation that Allah was sent before. There was no, you know. But some ulama said Zaytun is referred to Iraq, Babylon. So that means have connection with Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Right? So anyway, Allah swear with something that have connection with revelation, connect with the 5 prophets at least, because the next one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was swearing with the Waturi Sin, Waturi Sinin, and by the mountain of Sinai.
God swears to the validity of this by the fig, tin, the olive, Zaytun, and Mount Sinai, Tur Sinin, and the secure city of Makkah, Al-Balad al-Amin. As we have already seen in many surahs in this part of the Quran, this oath is the framework which perfectly fits the essential facts presented within it.
Yeah, so no doubt, this only referred to Musa, when Musa going to receive the 10 commandments, right? So Allah swear with tin, have connection with the Nuh and Ibrahim, and then with Zaytun, that connection with Isa alayhi salam, because he was in Jerusalem, right? And then to Sinai was Musa alayhi salam. But some people said that tin have connection also with the Buddha, because the tin in their language called Buddhi, the Buddhi. You know, and some ulama said Buddha could be prophet, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, minhum man qasasnahum, some prophet Allah read by name, like 25 prophet. But there's 100 prophet Allah was sent with all mentioning them. There should be Brahma, Buddha, it used to be prophet. But then people subhanahu wa ta'ala change, right? And before I continue, even like, for example, tin, instead of tin, Rasulullah SAW encouraged us to eat a fig, because it's good, except for the digesters, good for the, in Arabic called bawasir, and people sometimes they have stone, you know, in the urines, right? And some narration that Adam alayhi salam, when he was naked, he's looking for the lips. Instead, he used the tin of fig lips, right? And many others. And then, of course, what you call the Zaytun have more, in Arabic, in the Quran, Allah mentioned 4 times. So tin only 1 time, but tini, but Zaytun is mentioned 4 times. Especially in Surah, what you call an An-Nur. He said, come from min shajaratin mubarakah, from the blessed tree, right? And Zaytun have many colors, right? Subhanallah. And then people sometimes, you know, if you ask where the best of the olive is, to be from Jerusalem or from Sham, you know, Syria, that's the best of olive. People, you know, if you go to any restaurant, even here, you go in a Syrian restaurant, Iraqi restaurant, you know, they have salad, and it's and also even I went to American grocery, there's olive for benefit, and also they have can use it for medicine, olive, for cooking, oil, right? The Quran mentioned it, yakadu zaituha yudiu, and the zait, the oil of the what you call, a long time ago, people used to put in the lamp, yeah, and it said the oil of that was shining, right? So anyway, Allah SWT swear with do these two, what you call, two fruit, because they lot benefit. Yeah, you can ask doctors. So what connection with us? Because remember, after this, Allah going to share with us. Allah SWT said, you should be like this fruits. Yeah, you have to give a lot of benefit. Your thoughts, your tongue, your ears, your talent have to benefit a lot of people. Yeah. So Allah SWT swear with four things, right? With the tin, fig, zaitun, olive, and one sina, and then wahadal banadil amin, and by this secure city, i.e. Makkah.
Honorable Makkah, the secure city. Allah has distinguished it from among all places and made it sacred from the day He created the heavens and the earth. Allah has made Makkah eternally sacred and secure. He says, which means, have they not seen that we made Makkah a safe sanctuary while people are being taken away, i.e. killed or taken captive all around them?
So now it's complete now. He swear with tin. It could be connection with Nuh and Ibrahim, right? And then he swear with the olive, that means connection with the city of Sham, Jerusalem, that's Isa alayhi salam. And then swear with Musa alayhi salam through Mount Sinai, right? And then Makkah, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah. So it means Allah SWT swear with all revelation that Allah was revealed to all these mighty prophets, Nuh, Ibrahim, Musa, Isa, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay? But the question is, what is object? Why Allah SWT did swear with all this? And this is the answer. Yeah? لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. We have certainly created the human being in the best of statures.
God has perfected all His creation, and the special emphasis laid here and elsewhere in the Quran on man's being endowed with perfect form shows clearly that man has enjoyed extra divine care. Moreover, God's care for man, despite his distortion of his upright nature and the corruption he indulges in, suggests that God has given him special rank and special weight in the universe. God's care is mostly clearly apparent in the molding of man's highly complicated physical structure and his unique spiritual and mental makeup.
SubhanAllah. Yeah. After he swear with four, emphasized with four things, then he added here, said, in Arabic called laqad. Laqad means surely, no doubt. Allah. Khalaqna, we created man in the best, structure. SubhanAllah. That means Allah SWT give man a special status than the other creation. But the question, why said khalaqna, we? Remember in the Quran, when Allah used the word we, have two purposes. Either to show His majesty, so like America said, we are the people, right? And this is the old language also, in the Bible also. The king, when he says something, they just say I. He said we. In the Quran, Allah SWT, when He said we, yeah. The second, when Allah said we, it should be there is other also involved or joined. For example, Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. We send down Quran in the night of power because Jibril involved in it. Right? Here, Allah also want to pay us attention that the nature of human being, also human being involved. So therefore, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us, and the Prophet give us what you call guidance, how you choose your partner, how you choose the future of the mother of your children. It's very important. In one I said, Iyakum wa khadru'ud diman. Be careful choosing beautiful woman, but from bad family. Right? Takhayyaru wa yutikum. I said, selected for your sperm. Yeah. And also why we have to make dua when you have a relationship with our wife. Allahumma jannibi shaitan. Allah keep away shaitan from us. Right? So therefore why is it this instruction, for example, Rasulullah SAW, At'imul hawamil fi shuhuril wada at-tamar. Give the pregnant woman dates, rutab. Because this is good, he said. Yeah? Allah. So we are involved in it, in selecting the father and mother. Yeah, so therefore I said, khalaqna. Yeah. He said, tunkahul mar'atu li arba. Marry woman because of 4 things. Li jamaliha, because she's pretty, this is nature. Wali hasabiha, because of her family, where she come from. Wali maliha, maybe because of her wealth. That means he's good in managing financials. But he said, wali diniha, and for the reason of religion. And the hadith put religion in the end because that's what most women, men, all of us looking, the religion is the end. Yeah? But then he emphasized, fadfar bidati din. If you marry a woman and she has 4 things that mentioned, you are lucky man. But it's difficult sometimes. But they have 1, 2, but the religion is there. He said, choose that one, you'll be safe. Allah. Abu Dhar, he's so handsome man. But his wife, is not good looking. And somebody said, man, why don't, I said, this is the woman that support me for akhirah. When I wake up for tahajjud, she wake up with me. When I read Quran, she read Quran with me. This the woman will bring me together into Jannah. I say, Allah. That's the reason. Yeah? So, and then for men, Rasulullah said, he said to the parent, the father, if someone come to you, want to engage with your daughter, and you agree with his deen and character, Arabic ad-din wal khuluq, he said, accept him. Not money, no status, nothing. Yeah, deen and khuluq. Very important. Deen only no good, because some people might be imam. Mashallah, his dedication, his praise, the ibadah is good. But sometimes his character bad, man. Not good. Don't give your daughter even imam if the one didn't have good character. Yeah. I'm going to relate the story about Abdullah bin Mubarak. Abdullah bin Mubarak is a very great scholar among the Tabi'in. His father is named Mubarak. He's a gardener. So he did take someone garden. So maybe after a while, maybe 1 year, the owner came, visit the garden, and asked Mubarak to bring the fruit, the sweet one. So he brought the fruit, but it was sour. Mubarak, what's going on with you? Give me the sweet one. He brought again, sour again, 3 times. Mubarak, you know which one's sweet, which one's sweet? I don't know. Why? Because I never tested. What? And he asked the employees there, he said, yes, we never see Mubarak eat from the fruit of this garden. I said, why? Because when you hire me, you just like said to me, said, please take care of my garden, not eat, take care of my garden. Wow, the whole garden was amazed. I said, look, Mubarak, you know, I have beautiful daughter. She is Hafidhah Quran. To whom do you think I have to give my daughter? He said, sir, it's up to you. The Jews before, you know, they prefer to give their daughter to the man have position. And then the Christian came, they prefer good looking and lot money. And then Muhammad came and everything changed. You know, most people on that day, they would like to give their daughter to the one who have deen, strong iman, and good akhlaq, good conduct. And they said, look, I think no one suitable, fit for my daughter except you. Allah, gardener, would like to give you as a gardener, yeah. And this garden is yours now. Allah. Look at akhlaq, right? So marry. From this marry, produce what? The great scholar among the Tabi'in. His name Abdullah bin Mubarak. If you Google Abdullah bin Mubarak, you will see the story of who? The expert. Yeah. So therefore, you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا. We created, that mean, don't blame if something happened, maybe you wrong, you choose wrong people, something. And also be careful, you know, how you choose for your daughter, your son. Yeah. So, and then he said, Ahsan. Ahsan means the best. Allah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the creation, but he said the best creation is human being. One day, one of Khalifa during Imam Malik, he said to his wife, if you are not prettiest than the moon, you are divorced. And she was scared, worried, you know. And then she couldn't sleep all night, and then she went to Imam Malik. Said, maybe I'm divorced tomorrow because I have to be prettiest than the moon. And he said, you are prettiest than the moon and the other creation. Go back to Malik. What dalil? Read Surah Tin. So he came back. He said, Khalifa, I am prettiest than the moon. What's proof? لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. We created man, human being, is the best. Ahsan. Yeah, it is true. You know, we are physically, human being is the best than the others. And whatever we wear is fitable. You know, if you put kufi on the cow, you're laughing, right? Kufi wearing cow. Or the lamb, or the horse wearing sarung. wearing, you will laugh. Human being, whatever you wear, you know, is fit, right? And also mean Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was created everything for this, the best creation. He created for you whatever, you know, whatever. The sun, when the sun rises, set, or the moon, you know, all these planets and galaxies, they're moving. Was what? To serve us every day. Yeah, the trees grew, the animals, all is to serve us. The Quran said, وَسَخَّرَ لَكُمْ, right? Allah SWT is subjective for you. Allah. What did you eat today? You know, if you today you eat chicken, subhanallah, the chicken live for what? For 2 months maybe. Sleep and drink, right? Just to feed you for your lunch. No. If you eat beef today, that means, whoa, that cow live for what? For 1 year? Just to give you for your lunch. Right? And human being is different than other creation. Human being have language, have arts. You know, human being can study the other creation. Human being have civilization, have power. Many things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to human being that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't give to the others. Yeah. And every human being also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give a talent, give certain thing. Yeah. And we don't know yet about ourselves. This book by Alexis Carrel, Carrel, yeah. Dr. Alexis Carrel, he received the Nobel Prize, Man the Unknown. Read this book. He said, man reached very high in everything and science and technology, but until now, they know about himself. You know, our knowledge about us is very little. Right? So that's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned. Yeah. Ahsan al-taqwim. We are the best in structure. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَاهُ أَسْفَلَ سَافِلِينَ. Then we return him to the lowest of the low.
The outline states that it is that God has given man an upright nature. This is essentially in perfect harmony with the nature of faith. With faith, it attains its ultimate perfection. But when man deviates from this upright nature and from the straight path of faith, he sinks into the lowest abyss.
Oh no. This is like shocking. Allah put very high, ahsan. Suddenly, you know, the lowest of the low. How? Yeah. How after taqweem? Right? This is the answer. Allah give the answer. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ فَلَهُمْ أَجْرٌ غَيْرُ مَمْنُونَ. Except for those who believe and do righteous deed, for they will have reward uninterrupted.
For these are the ones who stick to their upright nature, consolidate it with faith and righteous deeds, and who elevate it to the highest level it can attain in this world, so they can finally attain a life of perfection in the world of perfection. But those who cause the nature to sink to the lowest of the low, go down along the slippery road until they reach the lowest level, that is in hell, where the humanity is shred and they are completely debased. Both ends are natural results of two widely different starts and lines of action. Thus, the importance of faith in human life becomes clear. Faith is the elevating path through which upright human nature ascends to its ultimate perfection. It is the rope stretched between man and his maker.
Subhanallah. Right? Why human being become lowest at the low? Because lack of iman and good deed. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. The first is iman. Yeah? يَرْفَعُ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. Allah elevates people who believe in another ayah. Right? Iman. This iman is, you know. So, as long as people stay stable between iman and amal, they become ahsan al-taqweem. They will not go down. When you lose these two things, khalas. Right? This is our choice. This is the Quran said. وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي. Whoever turn away from my remembrance, no iman. فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكَ. For he will be miserable. So when people just follow his desire. Even the Quran said, People just follow their desire, no prayer, no Quran, nothing. Ulaika kal an'am. They are like cattle. You know, very interesting. I already said like animal, but it's cattle. Why is what different? Cattle and animals. What's different? You know, if you ride a jeep, go to jungle, boom, all animal will run away. Even lion. They're scary human being. Run. Only what? Cow. A cattle will not run away. Cow, even you are very close. Oh. Heedless. That's the meaning of here. Heedless, not aware. Look at when people too much on dunya. Money. Right? Position. No time for family, for nothing. They're like that. Even in another ayah, it said kalbi. It's like a dog. You know, dog, whether you give the food or not, you can see, you know, their throat was all the time this. Say what happened. Yeah? And why this is true? Ilalladhina amanu wa aminu salihat. I challenge you. You will never find in the Quran when Allah talk only iman only, then amal salih, always together. It's like sugar and sweet. If sugar not sweet, you call sugar? No, it's not sugar, man. It's not sweet, right? It's two. And it's very important because some group of people, they said, man, the important is here. The iman, belief. Just believe you are safe. Yeah. You know, this religion based on belief. And the others, opposite. It's not important belief, man. The important is your action. Allah SWT said, neither is not good. So therefore, why in another ayah, day judgment, when people pass by the bridge, and other bridge was what? Was hellfire. Right? Allah SWT said, يَوْمَ تَرَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ يَسْعَى نُورُهُمْ بَيْنَ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَبِأَيْمَانِهِمْ. O Muhammad, on the day when you see the believer male and female, their light comes from the front and from the right. What symbol front and right? From the front is iman, belief, right? Good deed, amin salihat. Right? I challenge you also, when Allah talk about light, always said from the front and the right. Never said front. So if somebody said, hey brother, you know I'm not prayer, I'm not fasting, but you know, I have iman here. You say it on that day. Will not benefit. Hey brother, you know, I don't have iman, but you know, everybody know me. I'm a good person. You can say it on that day. Combination, these two. This is the balance. Right? Yeah. Sorry for why? Because some people, if you suffer here, said, and they'll be happy there. Right? And the other said, man, the important you are happy here. You don't care about that. No. We Muslim, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah. We are happy here, and also inshallah going to happy over there. This is the goal, right? What's the reward? Falahum ajrun ghayru mamnun. For them is the reward that uninterrupted. That means when you start, you practicing Islam with belief, Allah will give you happiness. Suddenly. You know, we Muslim, alhamdulillah, with all this calamity and all, we are happy. Question to you know. The most people who commit suicide, who are they? The actor, the actress, people have everything. There's no happiness. Yeah? But we have to be careful, huh? Iman, in Arabic called yazid wa yanqus. Iman something go up and down, up and down. So always check your iman. You know, how to increase our iman by learning more Islamic knowledge, right? By understanding Quran, right? By obedient more to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then increase inshallah, right? And also amal saleh. Amal saleh mean the good deed. We have to be selected with the good deed, because good deed also will elevate us, our status in the day judgment. So the reward were mamnoon, uninterrupted. That means you live in this life, and then what? And then in the grave, Allah reward you in the grave also. And then what? Day judgment, and then in Jannah will continue. This is the meaning of ajrun ghairu mamnoon. Reward uninterrupted, continue. What's the key? Illalladzina amanu wa amilus solihat. Rasulullah said, if you want to be happy in this life and continue until the grave, like that, this is the key. Right? So for what? Wal asri innal insana lafi khus. All men are lost. The loser. American, Indonesian, Bangladeshi, whatever you are. Illalladzina amanu wa amilus solih is the same. Except who believe and do righteous deed. فَمَا يُكَذِّبُكَ بَعْدُ بِالدِّينِ. So what yet caused you to deny the recompense?
It is the light showing him where to step along the elevating paths. When the rope is cut and the light put out, the inevitable result is the fall down the steep path into the lowest of the low. The clay element in man's makeup separates us from the spiritual element, and man, along with stones, becomes the fuel for hellfire. What makes you, man, deny this religion after you have known this fact, realize the importance of faith in the life of humanity, and become aware of the destiny awaiting those who disbelieve? Why do you turn away from this light and refuse to follow the straight path laid down by God?
Yeah. So Allah was amazed. I created you, you are the best nation. You are the best creature. And Allah gives you everything, all the faculties, the mind, your body, heart, everything. How you deny the day of judgment? And the word deen have two meanings here. Deen can be recompense, also religion. Why you deny religion? This was bring to was the same religion of Noah, Ibrahim, Isa, Musa, and Muhammad sallallahu, right? Then Allah emphasized the last one. Alayhisallahu bi ahkamil hakimin. Is not Allah the most just of judge, right?
Is not he the most just when he gives this ruling concerning the destiny of creation? Is not God's wisdom clearest and most reassuring as he rules between believers and unbelievers? Justice is certainly clear and wisdom is manifest.
Ya Rasulullah used to say, when you read this, Alayhisallahu bi ahkamil hakim, this question. It's not Allah the most just. He said, Bala, mean yes. Wa ana ala dhalika min ash-shahidin. Yes, and I am also witness. There's no one judge just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So come back. Why you deny religion? Right? Isn't that in this dunya, sometimes you didn't see the justice? You know, sometimes you are very smart, somebody smart, you know, they can pay the lawyer, or even in our country can be a judge, and the judge can judge without justice. You don't miss, you know, to see the real justice, and it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because you cannot escape or lie or deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks question, right? So the conclusion of this surah, very interesting. Allah combined in this surah three fundamental Islamic teaching. Number one is about Tawheed. The one is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number two is about the mission, Risalah, was brought by Nuh, Ibrahim, Isa, Muhammad, and other prophets, all the same. Right? And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also Allah show us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us everything the best. You compare to other creation. Number one, we are bodily. Our body is the best. And also then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us ruh. Right? Because some creation like angel didn't have body. They call ruh, spirit. We had both them. So therefore sometimes, but also beside that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us intellect. Right? Allah give brain also, yes, to the animal, everything, but no function. Only human being, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give everything is imperfect. So therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted us to have the balance between ruh, the spirit, and your body, and your mind. Right? And Allah also described in many ayah, and the Prophet ﷺ, that your body have rights, and you have to give the right of the body. So in Islam, forbidden just to pray, to read Quran. No. You know, when somebody asking Aisha about how the Prophet worship, they feel they belittle. Man, I cannot be like him. So one of them said, I will never marry. The other said, I will continue fasting. The other said, I will not care about dunya. So, and Aisha reported that to Rasulullah. Rasulullah called them. Come here, come here. I heard what did you say. And look, Alhamdulillah, I am the one who have taqwa. But I marry, you know, I eat, I drink, I sleep, I play, I go to market. And I said, don't do that. You have to have balance. Even one day, Sahaba by name Handola, I think I'm a hypocrite. Hypocrite? Why? You know, when we are in the company of Rasulullah SAW, we forgot everything. Forget our wife, our children, our business. But then when we come home, you know, we forget again everything. We play with them. Abu Bakr said, me too. Let me go to him. So he went, Rasulullah, I think we are hypocrite. When we with you, oh, we forget everything. Rasulullah smiling. This is normal. If your step, when you are with me at home in the market, like you are with me, the angel will shake hand to you. But that's not normal. Remember, Allah have rights. Your body have rights. Your wife have rights. Your family have rights. Give everyone their rights. Yeah? So Allah did not forbid us to enjoy this life. Right? Because some religion or some belief, if you enjoy this word, that means you commit sin. Right? And then also the opposite. Some people just to enjoy this life. And also, every faculty that Allah give to us, they have food, need food. What is the food of our body? Drink, sleep, right? Entertainment, we need it. But your ruh also need food. But not hamburger or biryani. Yeah? Pray. Read Quran. Today you are here now with me, that you try to feed our ruh. Your mind needs food also. You know how many ayah in the Quran Allah said, "Afala tatafakkarun." أَفَرَا تَعْقِلُونَ. Why you don't reflect? Why you don't reflect? Huh? So therefore, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala call us what? وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا. And we made you a balanced ummah. Allah. Balance. You know, why is it million of planets, the moon, the galaxies, they live in peace and harmony? Why? وَوَضَعَ الْمِيزَانَ, because they have balance. Allah. They are good Muslim. Right? When we have balance, then our life will be good. Yeah? So, what do we learn from the surah theme? Yeah?
People have different skills, just as figs, olives, and mountains are different. Allah has created us in the best way. People choose to become lowly by turning away from Allah. Unless you believe in Allah and do good deeds, Allah will judge everyone fairly.
SubhanAllah. Right? Kullun ya'malu ala shakilati. Yeah, the Quran also mentioned, Inna sa'yakum la shatta. Allah give everybody different skill, different talents. So Allah wanted everybody to serve Allah according to the talent and skill Allah give to you. You know, if you read dua of Prophet Sulaiman, maybe you are shocked. You know his dua? He said, Rabbi gfirli wa habli mulkan. Allah, please forgive me. Give me a kingdom, a power that you never give to people before us and after us. Subhanallah. So, wow, man, a prophet asked for a kingdom? Why is it? Because Sulaiman, Allah gave him skill. His skill is to be leader, to manage. He learned from his father, David. Right? So he believed by having this power, I can serve Allah better. And he was successful. He controlled the jinn, he controlled everything. But he was very successful. Rasulullah said, there's two examples of good king and bad king. Bad king, Fir'aun and Namrud. Allah gave him power also. And the bad one was, a good one was Sulaiman and king. So the same. Maybe you are a doctor. So I can serve in deal, with my profession. I am accounting. I am whatever you have. Yeah. I am good speaker. So because in the Allah said, I give you this, why you don't use it to serve Islam? And I think for doctor, the best dawah, when he going to inject, when somebody come to him, say Bismillah and tell him, I am a doctor, I cannot cure you. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like when we talked last time about in Surah what you call Ashabul Ukhdud, this young boy. Right? Allah has created us in the best way. So don't put down ourselves. We have to have dignity. Right? Thank to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah. So then when we choose different way, don't blame Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is your choice. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives human being to choose between وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ. Allah said in the Quran, I give you two ways. The way to Jannah, the way to hellfire is up to you. Right? So therefore, what's the key to be balanced? Right? Iman and amal soleh. Galladina amanu wa aminus solihat. But again, number one, Iman is like a tree. The tree to be a strong tree, right? Yeah. What you need to have to take care of the tree, put the water, the same with the Iman. Right? We have to increase our Iman. How to increase our Iman? By ponder into the Quran, by attending like this class, right? By surrounding with the good people, reading the, even when you go to YouTube, go WhatsApp, something that will make your Iman weak, just ignore it, right? And the last one, always make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah SAW always make dua, Ya muqallibal qulub, sabbit qalbi ala dinik. Oh Allah, the one who turned the heart, keep my heart on your religion. Right? And also second one, amal saleh. Remember that good deed had to be based on two things. What type of good deed and what is motivation? What's your intention when you do good deed? Yeah? So therefore, Allah will judge everyone fairly. Right? Everything that we do, you will see it manifest before Him. So therefore, if you have a lot of bad deed, try to erase it by repenting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Now I have a question maybe. What lesson we learn from Surah Al-Buruj? Anybody? Just one. Yes. Yeah. So therefore, it's very important to have note every class. Just note. So when you something, it's a knowledge like you go for hunting. If you hunt a deer and you found a deer, you get it. What do you have to do? You tie it up. Right? But you hunt the animal, and then after that you don't tie it up. What happened? It's gone. The same with knowledge. Yeah. So okay, this is the lesson we learned last week. Yeah. So not forget, Brother Sham.
The people of the trench were punished for their beliefs. True success is the success of the next life. Allah will right oppression of this world on the day of judgment. Allah will reward and punish people according to their beliefs and deeds.
Yeah. So next week I will ask again, right? So remember this. Yeah. Some can you read again so people can remember?
People have different skills, just as figs, olives, and mountains are different. Allah has created us in the best way. People choose to become lowly by turning away from Allah. Unless you believe in Allah and do good deeds, Allah will judge everyone fairly.
Fairly, huh? So inshallah, remember this, right? So before we make dua, inshallah, just to remind everybody, inshallah, we are in the month. What month is now? Anybody remember what month is this one?
Shaban.
Shaban. What Rasulullah used to do in Shaban?
Fast. He fast a lot.
Aisha said, I never see the Prophet fast almost 1 month unless in the Shaban. Why he fasting? Two reasons. Because he said, because Rajab is the holy month. Everybody pay attention. Ramadan, of course, lot of blessing. But Shaban is miskin, nobody pay attention. Look at Rasulullah, even for man, wow. But second is preparation. I remember that when I was young. The most difficult Ramadan is the first day. But if you exercise now, if you always only fasting Monday, Thursday, just fasting Monday, Thursday. You don't need to every day. Monday, Thursday. So inshallah. But you have to don't fast 2-3 days before Ramadan. It's not good to fast until the end of the Shaban. So you have to have a gap in between. Yeah? Any question? Next week, inshallah, will be 5:30 because the Asr go up and up, inshallah. Alhamdulillah hamdan yafin ya mukafi mazid ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa adhimi sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma anfa'na bima 'allamtana wa qina adhaban nar. Allahumma ballighna Ramadan salimina aminina ghanimin ya rabbal alamin. Allahumma irfa' 'anna al-bala wal waba wahfadna min corona. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Nice.
Jazakallah khair Pak Ustaz.
Suami, udah pulang Mbak? Salam.
Sudah dekat ke rumah Pak.
Oh, di jalan. Salam Mas Haris.